We're talking today about how climate-safe rooms actually get delivered. I have with me Sam and Michael, who are our 3EA lead project managers. Michael, we've seen what goes into a climate-safe room, like the recipes, but they look like they're quite complicated to actually manage to be delivered.
They're complicated beasts, and each one is slightly different with slightly different requirements and different procedures and different structures in how things need to happen. So the end result in what we deliver is really very tailored to pretty much each homeowner specifically, and to each situation specifically. There's plenty of moving parts, plenty of sub-trades. There's lots and lots that goes into it on our end to make it a successful project. Yep.
And how do you communicate with all these trades and coordinate with the householder?
So we keep all the communications with the trades internal to 3EA. So the homeowner has one point of contact, which is with 3EA. And we basically liaise with all the trades, liaise with the homeowners, find out when they're available, when they're not available, what times best work for them. And then we design our delivery schedule around the homeowner according to what availabilities and that we have. So we deal with all the trades internally, and then we go back to the homeowner and go, hey, look, we've got, according to what you've said previously, or according to, your requirement for an afternoon nap or a late morning, we've organised the trades to roll out like this, like this, like this. There's plenty of coordination that happens, but most importantly, there's one point of contact for the homeowner, for the occupant, which is with 3EA.
Right, so they're shielded from the complexity underneath.
Yes, we try and make it as simple and as seamless as possible for the homeowner and for the occupant. There are a lot of complexities, and we seek to simplify it at each point.
And Sam, how have you found communicating with the clients? Like, is it straightforward? Like, is it as easy as making a call or sending an email?
Yeah, I mean, some of the time, certainly it is. Often in navigating the intricacies of each different home, as it were, all having the different requirements, that's when the complexity and communication comes, making sure that you're communicating the right information to the right person. And that's where it's really imperative about having that one-stop shop that 3EA provides, being able to refine the information and ensuring it's all about building trust, right? And making sure that the information that you're providing to that person is coming from a place of knowledge and is tailored to their needs, so that it builds that relationship and that trust going forward.
Mm-hmm. Michael, how does 3EA ensure that the work actually gets done to code, to a high quality?
Yep, to a high quality standard. Yeah, so it's a multifaceted question with a fair bit that kind of lies underneath it. One of the more important things we do is at the beginning of the project is in product selection. We make sure that we're using only really the very best and highest quality products that we can find that still meet the rest of the program's requirements as well, which means that we can actually deliver them as well at reasonable cost. Our job as project managers really is to stay on top of our sub-trades and make sure that they're doing what they say they're doing when they're doing it, and that they're providing the evidence and kind of quality assurance steps and processes that we lay out and that we expect them to be following as well. We also do our own internal audits as well, so we're going back out to the clients, making sure that what they have is the reality of what we laid out earlier in our earlier communications with them. So when we're going backwards and forwards saying this trade's going to arrive on this day at this time and they're going to do this, we're calling them, we're checking with them afterwards and making sure that that all did happen and that was a smooth and easy process for the homeowner, for the client, to make sure that they got what everyone said that they would get. So there's a lot underlying that particular question, and it's something that we strive for each and every time with everything that we do.
Sam, doesn't matter how much planning and how much communication happens, sometimes things do go wrong, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And mitigating those issues is another, it can be another challenge, certainly. It's as you've established that trust with the client and you are coming forward with all the right information, it's all about being transparent, which we at 3A, we are. When something goes wrong, we're always on board to fix it. We're clear about what that solution is, how it's going to work, and we're also very clear about what has gone wrong to lead to this.
Really, it's about owning whatever has gone wrong. We take responsibility for, we own it, and then we fix it. The number one priority is always that we make it good by the client. Everything else is secondary. It's always about ensuring the best result we can for the client, no matter what the situation or the scenario is. We're always very client focused in terms of delivering, exceptional results.
So what have been some of the learnings during this process?
Yeah, well, certainly one of the learnings for me personally was helping the participant understand where the best performance or the best value is going to come from the proposed solutions, and often mitigating expectations as entering they may have considered, this is what my core focus is, this is what's going to help me. But then once we inspect it, we've got an intimate knowledge of what's going on in their home. Maybe it's a case where actually this is what's going to help you the most, and maybe reconsider your priorities based on that. That was a challenge that I was not expecting to have to face within the program.
All right. What about you, Mike?
I think one of the interesting challenges has been to work around or work with the existing clients' homes and the state in which they arrive in. There's huge varieties in terms of the types of homes and the way that they get used and the way that they get presented to us as well. And sometimes as part of delivering this kind of climate safe room program, we have to do things like engage roof glaziers, cracked or leaking roof glazing, employ carpenters to repair windows that are so rotten that the glass has actually fallen down inside the window frame itself, and you just have permanently open holes to the outside world. There's kind of bits of plastering and patchwork. There's really all sorts that pop up, and at the end of the day, like we've said, it's always about achieving a really good result for the client. And so that means that we just need to sort out whatever we need to sort out to make it work for them. So it really means that we deal with a really wide variety of trades and problems and working solutions in order to make this stuff happen for people.
Yeah, every one of these homes are bespoke. They all have unique situations and unique solutions. Yeah.
Guys, is every 3EA project the climate safe room?
The short answer is no. We 3EA deal with a range of projects and with a range of different prerequisites and goals depending on which program it is we're dealing with. So for this particular program we've been working in, yes, there's been a number of climate safe room retrofits that we've done, and that's been really rewarding work. But there's also been many more kind of lower subsidized, more general retrofit projects that we've also managed as well as part of kind of more recent programs. So where caps might be smaller because certain kind of funding organizations might not have excessive amounts of money to throw at a particular project, as some of the climate safe rooms can be. There's many more smaller caps, and so then it's still very much of the same vein. We're still trying to make sure that what we're delivering is a high quality, both in terms of product and workmanship and the experience for the client, but just in a more constrained manner. So instead of doing maybe 7 or 8 different upgrades and working with 7 or 8 different sets of trades, it might just be 1 or 2, for the homeowner. But, I feel like there's probably also, other projects and that we've got coming up.
Yeah, well, we're gearing up for minimum rental standards that is going to be coming in force in Victoria. So that's where the one-stop shop mentality of 3A is really going to shine, because highly likely to get rental homes up to energy efficiency standards, there will be multiple trades. There's going to be insulation, there's going to be draft roofing, likely glazing, and a bunch of other factors to meet those requirements. So yeah, we're gearing up for that in a big way.
I know that you've had quite a bit of project management experience in your time. Is there something specifically different about doing this particular work?
You know, based on my previous experience as a project manager, the scope of works on this type of project are unique. You know, you don't come across it all that often, and certainly that ability to be flexible, as it were. That's what's been unique to this project in particular. It's not often found elsewhere.
A climate safe room isn't just a bunch of products, it's a managed process. And with 3EA's one-stop shop approach, it's a retrofit experience people can feel confident about because someone's there with them every step of the way. Thanks, Michael, and thanks, Sam.